What's up guys, and welcome back to another episode of the RTG Career Mode. This is episode number 18. We start today's episode off on the back of our big scalp over Sevilla with the 2-1 victory. Obviously Zorgain scoring just his second goal for the club during that one in a 2-1 win. Ended our winless run of 5 games. As we come into this one in December, Atletico Madrid right before the winter break. 1 game after this one, heading to the Metropolitano. And in the last episode, I was talking about how, recently we've been playing a little bit above our level, hence why we just clawed ourselves into a European place. And I was saying, I don't know if we were going a little bit too quick. I'm not sure if we're ready for prime time just yet. But after beating Sevilla, I thought, well, to be fair, if we can pick up a scalp like that, and we pick up a scalp here and there, don't forget against Barcelona, we were very close to getting a good result on match day 2. And we got a draw against Real Madrid as well. Why can't we be, if not a Champions League side for next year, a Europa League side? So heading into the following game, Metropolitano against Atletico Madrid. I went a Simeone side right from the very first whistle, and we got our reward for it as well. Yep, a mini goal drought for Toni Flores, but there is his 5th of the season in 17 games. Great work by Traore down the left-hand side. He's been absolutely immense for me this year. Player of the season so far. Cross to the back stick after beating Matt Doherty. All ends up. He sent him back to Ireland, and then the cross into the middle, headed home by Toni Flores. Malaga lead by 1. Until they led by 2. Yep, 33 minutes into the game. Speaking of mini goal droughts, Lorenzo Niga, haven't seen him get one in a while, but there is another for our number 29. It's safe to say he's not going to have quite the season he had last year in the Segunda Division. He won't win the Golden Boot. He won't get even close to the Golden Boot this year, but great to see him get a goal there and extend our lead to 2. So at the break in Madrid, we were 2-0 up on Atletico. And I have to say, for me, we've talked about FIFA quite a lot and handicap and how it feels playing against big teams and how it feels against playing against bottom of the table, for example, when you're top. Do you remember last year we were top? We went to Andorra, Gerard Piqué's side, and we got played off the park in that game there. And I mentioned before how I feel like handicap. I've said this many times before, like people used to ask me all the time, like scripting, handicap and momentum, do you believe in them and why? I would always say no to scripting, no to handicap, but yes to momentum. And over time, and particularly over the past 2 to 3 FIFAs, I've changed my opinion on handicap. I've always believed in momentum, and I always believe momentum should be in the game as well. Scripting, no, just don't believe it because of esports and the money to be made for esports. Just don't believe in scripting, don't think EA will do that. But handicap, the past 2 or 3 FIFAs have definitely taught me, I do feel as though handicap's in the game, because we beat Sevilla by 2-1. Okay, maybe that's not the most far-fetched result. And even a 1-1 draw against Real Madrid. I mean, Girona beat Real Madrid last weekend 4-2. Wasn't it fantastic result? It's not something which never happens, don't get me wrong. But when you go to Atletico Madrid, a Diego Simeone side is known for tough defence, and you could have won the game by more than 2 goals. It says a lot. But what says even more is when games like this come round. So following game, we're taking on SD Ibar. Fellow promoted team with us last year. They came up via the playoffs. We, of course, came up automatically as champions. But right now, starting the season off, they're the only team in single digits. And they've only got 1 win on the board so far. So we're back home, Estadio La Rosaleda. Brilliant back-to-back wins against Sevilla and Atletico 2-0 away. And that happens in the first 10 minutes. Yeah, Nunez drops a bit of a clanger. Ibar take the lead, and then they belt one in from 19 yards to make it 2. Listen, I'll say it again. This is not something that never happens. This is not something that is an impossibility. We've seen teams get results like this before. And again, we're a newly promoted side as well. We're just playing above our level right now. But even so, it's like, to me, it's games like this I just think to myself, against Atletico Madrid going into it, I went at them in the early stages, but it should have been a really tough game. Okay, fair enough, Nunez might have made a really good save, but other than that, I felt pretty much in control and probably should have scored more. Missed a sitter with Flores in the second half, for example. I'm 2-0 down 20 minutes in here against Ibar. I'm 2-0 down against the side at home who are rock bottom with only 1 win all season long. I know that, sometimes people can use it as an excuse, handicap or momentum, or if even scripting, if they do believe that. But to me, I am someone who's played FIFA since FIFA 99. The very first FIFA I ever played, for those curious, I'm 30 years old now, was FIFA 98, Road to the World Cup. But my first copy of FIFA 99, am I allowed to admit this on YouTube? It was a chipped disc on a chipped PlayStation 1. A chipped PlayStation 1 that my dad got for me somewhere, don't know where, don't want to know where. But yeah, that was my first copy of FIFA 99. So I've played the game such a long time. I feel as though, as someone who plays the game every day, I play FIFA every single day. I feel as though I probably have enough experience to, you know, make a good guess on whether something is in the game or not when it's a debatable and an unknown. I think handicap. I've had too many games like this. I've had too many games like this. This is a game I was absolutely dominated. And yes, I fell 2 goals down, don't get me wrong, but I was getting chance after chance after chance after chance. The first goal I conceded was really, really poor goalkeeping, and yet I still couldn't find a leveller after a down with Traore half deficit. 5 minutes to go, still down by 1. Great turn by Traore here, to be fair. Goes through 1-on-1, and finally, about the 12th time of asking, I managed to salvage a point. Malaga 2, Eibar 2, and that will be the result. Or will it? Stoppage time, 93rd minute of plus 2 minutes added on, one final chance. How on earth did that cross go all the way to the far post? And to be fair, had it not been for Nunez, I would have lost the game in the 5th minute of added time when there was only supposed to be 2 added on. Fair enough, I'm not going to complain about that because it was a high pressure situation with Eibar in my third. But, oh my god, that cross deflected to the far post there, that was ludicrous. And yes, we hung on for the point, but even so, that is a crazy, crazy game, man. We basically walk Atletico Madrid off the park. I won't say played them off the park. We walked them off the park. We were a pretty comfortable 2-0 win. And then rock bottom Eibar of one win all season long, still in single digits. Literally escaped by the skin of my teeth, having to battle back from 2-0 down. Honestly, just ridiculous. So yes, when people ask me this question, and like I say, it's up for debate. It's completely debatable. There is no right or wrong answer. It's just what you think. I do think that handicap is in the game because of games like that. Still, following game, Valencia away, Mestalla. Final game of today's episode. They've won back-to-back now, Valencia, haven't they? Yeah, they were very... I think it's back-to-back, haven't they won back-to-back now? But they've just got themselves out of the relegation zone anyway. Valencia for a long time in the bottom 3, possibly going down. Peter Lim, can someone please get him out of Valencia? It's ridiculous, man. He's ruining that club. But Valencia, I think they've just got themselves out of the relegation zone now with back-to-back wins, I think. But taking them on away out in Mestalla in the first half. Adama Traore's 11th of the season makes it 1-0. And then right before the break, well, if you read the title, you're waiting for this. Yep, here we go. I have to show you this one. It's my worst miss on FIFA 23. Tony Flores. What on earth was that? And that reaction says it all. Lovely build-up and a chance to make it 2. Traore goes through for his second goal. Great save initially, but... oh dear, this is just awful. How did I miss from 7 yards out with the goalkeeper on the floor and the goal basically gaping? Well, I chipped it over the bar like an idiot. Absolute idiot. I mean, I took the touch, had a little bit of time as Johnny Evans went the wrong way initially, but I just thought if I just cushioned the ball over the keeper on the floor with the chip. How many times have you heard me say chips are so overpowered? Well, not from that distance. That's too close to the goal. I just thought just a feather touch, Lee Carvalho's feather touch, dink it over the goalkeeper, easy goal, 2-0 Malaga, and I put the ball over the bar from 7 yards with basically an open goal. That is absolutely embarrassing. And there it is, my worst miss on FIFA 23, yeah. You know, I say this all the time. I present my highlights package very, very fairly. I don't sweep anything under the rug. What's happened in the game is what you will see. I will never, ever, ever pretend like I've had an amazing game but only lost by the skin of my teeth for a deflected goal at the death or whatever. When in reality I've been dominated or vice versa or whatever else. If something like that happens, I'll show you. That was just humiliating. So I had to include it. Awful. Absolutely awful miss. Would I rue the miss? Well, that was the question. We were on top in the first half. But in the second half, Angel Gomez put Valencia back on level terms. And then bang! 19 minutes after the restart. Makes me pay with a brace. Yep, 2 goals in 19 minutes for Angel Gomez. And that was a really sweet strike. Surrender possession. Trying to play on the counter there. Valencia win it back. Gomez runs through. And again, 2 goals in, well, 12 minutes actually. As he ends up giving Valencia the win. Coming coming from behind. Frustrating loss that one. I mean, I should have taken my chances, and I say that in a post-match interview as well. It's so cool you do a post-match interview and it lines up properly, because it rarely ever does. But yeah, I should have taken my chances there, man. Seriously, that Tony Flores miss was embarrassing, but we wasn't going to hide it. I had to show you. But right now, as you can see, Vinicius top scorer in La Liga with 13, and top assist maker as well. Adama Traore, though, right now top 5 in goals with 11, and top 10 in assists with 4 as well. We officially reached the halfway stage, 19 games in. Barca are the outright favourites to win the title right now, 12 clear of Atletico and Villarreal, and also, sorry, not 12, 8 clear and 9 clear of Real Madrid in 4th. As for us, we're in 7th, so we're not in a European place just yet, but we've mightily improved our defence from last season, with Nunez being joint top of the clean sheets charts right now. If you would have given me 7th at the start of the season, I would have bitten your hand off. Yes, 2 disappointing results. We've fallen out of a European place. We're at the halfway point, and I'd still take 7th come the end of the season. But that will end today's episode of the RTG Career, guys. Big thanks for watching. Hope you have enjoyed. If you have done, please do drop a like. Much love to you all. Have a fantastic day, and I will see you for the next episode of the RTG Career Mode, as the January transfer window will open very soon.